Letcher County, Kentucky. A small, peaceful community shaken to its core. On September 19, 2024, an incident occurred that no one could have predicted. District Judge Kevin Mullins, a respected figure in the legal world, was murdered not by a career criminal, but by someone from within the system. This chilling footage, shown during a preliminary court hearing, captures the exact moment the tragic event unfolded. Ex-Sheriff Shawn Stines is seen pulling out a gun and shooting the judge while he sat at his desk. Coldly and methodically, Stines walked around the desk, approached the fallen judge, and fired again. Shock and disbelief filled the courtroom as the video was played. The silence was broken by the sound of quiet sobs, highlighting the weight of this brutal crime. Earlier that day, Stines and Mullins had lunch together. According to witnesses, their interaction was friendly, with no visible signs of tension. Yet, only hours later, Stines would allegedly commit the unthinkable act. Witnesses later recalled a brief exchange before the shooting, with Judge Mullins asking, "Do we need to meet privately in my chambers?" The reason for this question remains unclear, though speculation centers around a possible lawsuit involving the sheriff's office. Stines had recently been deposed in a lawsuit involving allegations of misconduct within his office. The lawsuit was filed by two women, one of whom claimed a deputy sheriff had coerced her into sexual acts inside Judge Mullins' chambers in exchange for avoiding jail time. Stines was accused of failing to supervise his deputies properly. Despite the severity of the crime, Stines remained surprisingly calm when authorities arrived at the scene. Detective Clayton Stamper testified that Stines' only request was to be treated fairly. Stines surrendered without resistance. At the preliminary hearing, Stamper confirmed that there had been no immediate signs of conflict before the shooting, leaving many unanswered questions about Stines' motive. As the hearing concluded, Judge Rupert Willoit III ruled that there was enough probable cause to proceed with a grand jury trial. Stines entered a not guilty plea to first-degree murder charges. Stines now faces the possibility of life in prison or even the death penalty if convicted. The legal battle that lies ahead will be long and complex, with both the defense and prosecution preparing for an intense trial. This tragic event has sparked discussions about the safety of judges and the rising threat of violence within the judicial system. Legal experts point out that this is not an isolated incident, as the number of attacks against judges has been rising in recent years. The community of Letcher County now mourns the loss of a respected judge. As the legal proceedings continue, many are left to reflect on the fragility of justice and the violence that sometimes invades even the most secure places. Judge Kevin Mullins dedicated his life to upholding the law. His tragic death reminds us that those who protect our legal system are not immune to its dangers.